Today we're going to go over some of the warning signs targeting older veterans right now, and exactly how you can protect your benefits, your bank account, and your peace of mind. We worked hard for our benefits. Unfortunately, scammers see that hard work as a target. These aren't just fake emails anymore. They use veteran language. They sound like us. Now, I'm not making this video to scare you. I'm making it to hopefully arm you. Just remember this simple rule. When in doubt, hang up and verify. The first warning sign is what's known as the official impersonator. This usually starts with a call or a text or an email claiming to be from the VA or veterans group. They'll say that your benefits are under review or that you might be even owed money. And then comes their hook. They'll ask you to verify your identity by giving them your social security number or bank information, or even most dangerously, a verification code that they have sent to your phone. Whatever you do, don't give them that code. That code can be the key to your account. So what you should do is you should say, well, I don't handle VA business on incoming calls. I'll call the official VA lines back, and then hang up. A real VA issue will still be there when you call back to the trusted number. The scammer needs you to act right now. Urgency is the key here. Another sign is they'll ask for money up front. You'll hear things like, well, we can guarantee a rating increase, or you just need to pay this one-time processing fee. The real truth is, filing a VA claim is free. There are legitimate and accredited attorneys and VSOs, but they won't guarantee you or pressure you for a result. And if someone gets defensive when you ask if they're VA accredited, you need to walk away. You can always verify them through the official VA portal to see if they're actually accredited. Now, the next sign is the urgent link. This is typically an email or text saying that your direct deposit failed on one of your accounts, or that your account might be locked. It'll have a big button on it that says update now. Don't click this. Only trust va.gov. If you do get an alert or text or an email, close that email or text, open your browser, and go directly to va.gov yourself. If there's really a problem, you're going to see it there. Another sign is the unaccredited helper. Not everyone online is a scammer, but there's a difference between a buddy giving you advice and someone handling your claim. We like to call these claim sharks. If someone asks for your va.gov login or wants you to sign into a blank form, stop. Never give out your login. Your benefits are yours. If they aren't VA accredited, they shouldn't be touching your paperwork. Ask for their accreditation and verify it on the VA website. Finally, here's the big one. They'll state something like, I need to see your screen. And this definitely is the most dangerous. They'll offer to help you upload a document by remoting into your computer. Once they're in, they can see all your bank accounts, your emails, and your private photos. The VA is never going to ask to remote into your personal computer. If a stranger ever asks for remote access, the conversation needs to be over. Hang up the phone. This actually happens more often than you think, especially with older veterans. These scammers think that because the veteran is of the older generation, they may not understand the technology correctly. And so then they trick you into giving remote access to your computer. And this can also be done on your mobile phone if you have such as an iPhone. You need to be very cautious. Again, if they ever ask for remote access, it's fake. So what happens if you fall for one of these scams? First and foremost, don't be embarrassed. It can happen to anyone, even experienced technology people. You have to understand, these are professional thieves. They hire psychologists to figure out what's the best way to trick people. So the best way to protect yourself is make sure that you use MFA on all your accounts, including the va.gov website. all your banks should have MFA enabled, which is multi-factor authentication. Never, ever, ever allow anyone to remote access your computer. But if you're ever compromised, the first thing you need to do is, first off, change your passwords. Second, you need to contact your bank and any other financial institutions that may have been compromised in this attack. You need to make sure all those account passwords are changed. Yes, the bank may want to change out all of your credit cards and all of your debit cards. Yes, it's going to be inconvenient, but you need to do this to protect yourself. Another thing I'd like to recommend, and this can be a little inconvenient for some, but I have my disability pay going into a separate bank account. And this is the only bank account that the VA knows about. If I ever need to pull money out of this account, I always just transfer money out. I never use this account for anything other than the VA deposits. That way, if my VA benefits are ever compromised, it only affects that account. Another thing you need to understand is if you're ever compromised, you're probably not going to get your money back. Especially if you've gone in and you've changed direct deposit. They've tricked you into doing this. The VA is not going to give you your money back. And a lot of times the bank won't either, because you made the change, regardless of how you were tricked. But what you do need to do is make sure that you lock them out immediately and prevent them from going after anything further. And again, I would still strongly recommend that you have a separate bank account just for your VA transactions. That way, if they ever compromise your VA, at least that's isolated. Again, when it comes to these type of scammers, there's not a whole lot we can do to stop them. They're typically in countries that there's no jurisdiction. Another thing you should do preemptively, but also after an unfortunate attack, is you need to go to their credit reports and have your credit accounts frozen. And what does that mean? It basically means the 3 credit bureaus have the ability to put a freeze on your account that prevents anybody from taking a loan out under your name. So if somebody applies for a loan and it does a credit check, it's going to automatically get flagged as frozen. Now, if you do need to take a loan yourself, all you do is you go in, you unfreeze that particular credit bureau, you apply for your loan, and once the decision comes in, then you can refreeze your credit bureaus. I would do this regardless as a preventative measure. It's not 100% foolproof, but it actually does make a difference. So I hope this video has helped you. I know it's a little long, but this is something that we really, really have to focus on, especially as older veterans, because the scammers are out there and they're just waiting to take your money. So have you ever been compromised? If so, let us know down in the comments. We don't need exact details. You could say, hey, yeah, I was tricked and this is how they did it, because that may help someone else. So if they see that particular tactic, it'll prevent them from getting compromised. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to get more videos like this, and we'll see you on the next one.